Shalom, 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 Israel. Most High Christ bless you all.
Bring it out.
We in this building. Hit the damn bomb, brothers.
we starting a little later. There's this is just say it's captivity. All right, we just gonna say it's captivity. All right. Hey, can I hear myself? I can't hear myself that loud. My team. Hey, and I sent some new stuff inside. All right. So it's been a minute. I think it's been since like last month or 2 months or something like that. I haven't been in front of y'all, but all praise to the Most High. I'm back, and the title of today's class is called "Escaping Death Woe." Nah, yes, you heard it right. Woe, W-O-E. All right. So what I want to do, because that is probably a new word for some people, can we look up the definition for woe? I kind of threw that on my team a little bit. Woe, W-O-E. I want to look that up. So we have to realize that the Most High God, he is a terrible God in a sense where his power is immense. His power controls all things, all right? So nothing happens without him having full control over the situation, all right? Let's read something real quick. God's thoughts. You know what I'm talking about? We don't have God's
Thoughts not like ours.
Yeah, get that. All right, so one thing we gotta realize is that God doesn't operate like us. He doesn't think like us. He is God. Now, what we do is strive to think like him through the commandments, the laws, the statutes. You feel what I'm saying? You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what we try to do is try to 1 second, get my reader straight. Okay. All right. So I need to get to Isaiah 55 and 9. 8. I think it's 8. Yeah, 8. All right. So what we got to remember is that God's thoughts are up here. Our thoughts are down here. What we're trying to do is read the Bible to get to his thoughts. You know what I mean? Get his thoughts in our mind. And you're going to see something. Because what our communities are faced with today, and when I say community, I'm talking about those that have not come to the understanding of God's laws. You feel what I'm saying? That's still in the world right now. I'm going to tell you that they are currently on death row with an R-O-W. All right? I just want y'all to remember these words that we're going over like we usually do. We usually go over these. I like staying on definitions of words, and we're going to make connections and all that stuff. You already know that's what's going to happen. Y'all know the deal. All right? Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 8.
Isaiah 55 and 8.
Isaiah 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
Your thoughts. This is the Most High God speaking. He said what?
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
So we got to get our mind to be adjusted to how the Most High God wants our mind to be. And the way we do that is studying day and night. I want you to get that. So what we got to do is meditate on his word day and night. We got to make sure that we're taking the time to build ourselves up according to God's laws, right? So the thing is, what we have to do is take time and go to Psalms 1. It's Psalms 1. I mean James 1 and 8. Joshua 1 and 8. All right. So what we got to do is make sure that we meditate and study day and night, so we could build ourselves up, so that we can fend against the different traps and the different things that's out there. Go ahead, read.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then shalt thou make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
All right, and this is how you get good success, is by meditating on the laws day and night, the scriptures day and night. This is how I'm going to put a lot of stuff out in front of y'all before we even get to, how I do, before we even get to the main point of just understand that this is how we begin to think like the Most High God, by us meditating on his word day and night, because this is his thoughts, this is his words. Look, I know we're prophesying in part because we know in part, but what we have to do is actually get that part that we that we need. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not going after that part that we need to be able to endure to the end, get that for me. Revelations, all right, 2 and 25. All right, so what we have to do is make sure that we are taking the time to build ourselves up, and also put ourselves in a place of receiving correction, so we can get built up. With the defenses that we need to be able to grow in this truth. All right, because as we grow in the truth, we need some type of protection, and that protection comes from God's laws. Go ahead, read.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
So what are we supposed to hold fast to? The thing that we've been meditating on day and night. The laws, the statutes and commandments, the history, all the things that we're learning right now is to what? Something that we could hold on to. It's when you were little, you had a blankie. You feel what I'm saying? So because they gave you comfort. That's what this comforter is. This is the comforter. The laws of God, because the Most High has sent his son to come in the volume of the book. The volume of the book is Christ, right? So now you put that in you, and now you are enduring to the end with Christ. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Right. So now you got a promise. Now this is good. I'm giving you a little nugget even before we get to the depth of the class. Right? Is that, remember, the title is Escaping Death Woe, but it's also Escaping Death Row. All right, I want y'all to really, really meditate on what's coming out today, because you're gonna see something. I want to show y'all something. Let's start off with that video. I want to do the one with the gang member first. So there's impacts on our brothers in the world, and don't worry, y'all not gonna be unscathed. When I say y'all not gonna be unscathed, I'm talking about you all at home that say you're Israel. You're never unscathed in these classes. So even though we're touching this, I'm going to show you that you ain't far off. All right, let's get that video. So our men is impacted and our sisters impacted, but I want to show you some extremes real quick. All right, show that.
And bro, how do you think society looks at people in the streets?
Stop. All right, so I want you to stay with me. All right, so this is right here. This is when you look at this video right here. This is I always mess this location up in Louisiana, Baton Rouge. Thank you. I think because I know some brothers from New Orleans said Rouge. I can't say it. Baton Rouge, right? So with Baton Rouge, that has been dubbed the murder capital of the world, right? Of the United States right now. Okay, it really is the world if you really hear some of the details in this documentary. But they have been dubbed that way. And what you see in our community is that we kill each other because we hate each other and we hate ourselves. And that's what you're going to see. And when it boils down to everything, we really hate ourselves, and there is something that's going on here. And I'm going to grab that in a second, but let's go ahead play.
Shit look at us like we ain't shit type shit. Like, they look down on us.
Pardon me. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say that. So the language in this video may be offensive, okay? So this is a disclaimer. The language here may be offensive. So there's going to be curse words and stuff that's being said, and there's going to be graphic depictions that's made, okay? So just giving you a warning of what's being said, just in case your children have to exit the room. All right, go ahead.
Basically. But why do you think that would be, though?
Cause shit, we in the street. Like, I guess.
They don't see it from a street point of view.
Yeah, they don't see it from our.
They don't see how we gotta live.
Like, we got a
Everybody
different
got their
point of
own
view than
point
what
of
they
view.
do. So they look at it different.
It's stupid, bro. Like niggas try to kill us. What the fuck you want us to do? If we don't get at them, they gonna get at us. Like that's how it go, bro. Like our life ain't perfect like y'all, bro. Our mamas wasn't rich like y'all mamas was rich. You feel me? Like that's how this shit. Like, come on, man. We had to go to the store, walk and shit like that. Y'all, man, bro. You know how that shit is, man. Like this shit really gutter, bro. Like I swear to God, bro, my soul, bro.
And bro, being in the street.
I've been in my pocket, had $0, came out here, bro. And no dollars at times, bro.
Damn.
$0. Had to ask my brother, somebody on the block, let me get a zebra cake or something to eat. Like this shit real, bro. Like, ain't my fault. Shit, man. Fault, shit. See how shit turned out.
And Peter, what age did you jump off the porch? 8 years old. Peter, how would your parents feel? Because I guess no one would want their child in the streets.
Shit, my mama dead. So,
Sorry to hear that.
Damn.
Bro, what was your childhood like growing up in this environment?
shit. Bad.
See, me and my little cousin, we used to have a little bop, you hear me? She used to catch us walking up the street, we used to catch her, you hear me? We young as a bitch, she older than a motherfucker, we still in bills.
Kill it there. I hope y'all see what's going. If you see right here, this is called despair, right? This is called despair, and it's called having no choices. At least the appearance of there being no choice, right? And our brothers face it, our sisters face it. So what I want, you know what I want? Proverbs 13, right? You already know that? Proverbs 13, right? I want Proverbs 13 and 12. So Proverbs 13 and 12. This is something that Bishop Yosef always brings out. So our people feel like there's no options. Our people feel like there's no choices. Our people feel trapped. And guess what? You are trapped. And we're going to do our best to try to get you the formula to escape that trap thoughts that you have. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
So the hope deferred. Hope deferred. So the way it makes us sick is that video you just saw just now, right? You saw an example of that, but I'm going to show you our sisters is in similar despair mind. Okay, all right. Our sisters have lost hope. Our brothers have lost hope. And guess what? A lot of that spirit stays on us for a very long time, and we're going to touch that in a second. All right, go ahead, play the next one. All right. Let's do it.
It's actually pretty silent right now, so let's take advantage of that.
Okay. So stop right here for a second. This one takes, I think y'all saw the little thing in the beginning. It's California. One of the things that plagues us is prostitution. All right. So I want to, this young sister right here, she's about to go into that, her walk through that human trafficking thing. All right. Go ahead.
Taisha, we just want to get to know you a little bit, right? So maybe you can just give us a little bit of information about your childhood, Let's start with just a little bit of background on your family, kind of where you grew up, and just take us back to the beginning, essentially.
It's 6 of us all together. I have 6 brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest of 6. This is me and my uncle Ismail. He is 15 years older than me, and he always tells me the story about how I pooped in his pants when I was a baby. And if you meet him, he'll tell you too. No, you can't bring him around. That's the first story. Tidy Boo Boo. You know why I call you Tidy Boo Boo, right? I got a brand new pair of khakis and I laid you down on them. You
let's
pooped
jump
all
to the next segment. All right, so that's showed that to show that despite where the path that we end up going through, we started off as children. All right, we started off as children, and we started off, quote unquote, in our innocency, right? And so now what you're going to see in the next clip with the same sister, y'all about to see something. Go ahead.
think that a lot of things that had to do with my upbringing and the sexual abuse, the combination, kind of prepped me for a trafficker, associating with abuse with love. This person loves me. If they hit me because they're disciplining me, I didn't value my body. I didn't value me.
You know, when you grow up.
Stop it. Yep. All right. So she said she had no value of her body. She got abused. Let's take Esau off the screen, please. Yeah. So didn't value her body, nor you know, she had a terrible upbringing to where she was sexually abused at some point, touched, or some type of thing happened. So I'll show you two dichotomies. So you see with the brothers where they might go into the realm of gang life, and then I showed you our sisters that may go through prostitution and sex trafficking. So those are two destroyed mindsets that we have here. We have two destroyed mindsets where they feel that that's the only option or that's the best option. But where was their father? Where was their mother? Where was the true the people that truly loved them? You feel what I'm saying? Because if you really truly was loved, you wouldn't have went through that route. You get what I'm saying? But now I'm going to tell you that the people in the world and anyone that's stumbling across this new that doesn't know what's going on here, I'm going to tell you, you don't know how to love nobody, not even yourself. So because let's show what love is real quick. Let's show what love is. You grab the one first. Yeah. So what is love according to God? All right, get it.
1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
You see that? So the commandments in our community is missing. And when you look at our people, they're lawless. Our people are lawless because the people that has cultured them is the oppressors. So what you're going to see in this class today is that you're going to see a lot of evil. A lot of evil has impacted us and caused us to be in this condition, and the evils that we have, we actually caused it. We caused it by what? Not being obedient. And that's going to be a theme of this class right now. All right. So obedience. But the topic is escaping death row or woe or what officer, what are you talking about? We about to tell you. Go to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, and let's go to 28 and 28. Because for you to feel like those are the best options, that's meant to kill you, either through a bullet or through STD or whatever it is, you are suicidal and you are actually crazy. Now, and I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm being that to be 100% honest with you. You're not mentally right, nor are you mentally stable. And you have to become right and you have to become stable. And many of you that's in the truth have suicidal tendencies as well. And we're going to touch that, but read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
All right, so we have to think about blindness. The blindness, astonishment. So what we don't realize is that we've been conditioned by the after effects of slavery. PTSD is no bigger example of PTSD than in the Black and Hispanic and Native American communities. Is no other that is the example of PTSD. I don't care how many wars that y'all seen fought. Our people is right now in the land of our captivity. Y'all know I like this definition. I know I didn't ask for it yet, but let's get captive from Webster. We do not realize that we have been captive. We have been put in a place of being confused. We have a state and a face of confusion right now, like it says in Daniel, which we're going to touch in a little bit. You got my definition? Go ahead. All right, read that. Read A.
Captive. A. Taken and held as if a prisoner of war.
Because we are a prisoner of war. We have been brought here as prisoners of war. We are the POW. All these other wars that y'all seeing fighting across the world, it does not matter. It does not matter. This whole world was created for the Israelites. And what you all are going to find out today is that if you do not change your way, you are going to die with the same people that are holding you captive. Guess what? Death, woe. All right, go ahead. Keep reading.
B. Kept within bounds. 2. Or of
don't miss the word confined, my brother.
Sir, kept within bounds, confined.
We are confined as a people. We have been confined and we have been shackled. And guess what? Though the physical bonds have been broken, the mental ones are still there. Hold that definition, and I want you to. So we're gonna come back to the definition. You know what I want? Get me Deuteronomy 28 and 48. You know what I want?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger. So look at us today. We do not own any food establishments in a sense where we control livestock. Look, right now, you got to go to a store to buy eggs for $100.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? That's where it's going to end up being with inflation. You feel what I'm saying? Or even 10 times more than that. We look at Venezuela. Look at Venezuela. Y'all think that won't happen here? Y'all confused. Go ahead.
And in thirst. And in nakedness. And in want of all things.
No matter what it is that you want, you have to go to the person that took you as a prisoner of war to feed you, to clothe you, to nourish you. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
You see that? We were the ones that had yokes of iron upon our necks. But guess what? Did it really leave? But keep reading.
Until he have destroyed thee.
What does it mean to be destroyed? Let's go back to Proverbs 13, and then we're going to go back to, then we're going to jump back here again. This is what it means to be destroyed, brothers and sisters, to have no hope. That's destruction. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
The funny thing about this is that when you think about the word, give me the definition for the word deferred for a second. Because when you think about the word deferred, this is why it's not funny in the sense of I'm laughing at us. It's funny the word that's being used is deferred. It didn't even say end. The scripture didn't even say end. It says that hope is deferred. Make you feel like it's a possibility. A possibility that this country will be able to help you. Go ahead, read that.
Deferred, withheld for or until a stated time.
Yeah, that's why it's so funny, because there's no time. Y'all understand the picket fence, all these different things that's in society that our people cannot achieve, or we try to achieve but we can't get, and there's roadblocks and all that stuff. Did Esau say, hey, so on December 12th, let me use one for Christians that they will love. On December 25th for Christmas, we will allow you to be able to purchase this house with no problem. And guess what? We're going to give you all the money you need on your loan request. We're going to make sure that you're all taken care of. Hey, guess what? On December 25th, guess what? The gift we're going to give you, you could travel wherever you want in the world. Hey, actually take the land back that we stole from you. No, that is not happening. Because why? If you go back to that definition, there's no time. That's why it's funny, because the Esau doesn't give you a time, but you want me to tell you who gives you a time? But that time is based upon the signs. So, t-shirt. So I'm going to tell you something. So the time that the Most High God gave you is this. Go back to Revelation 2:25 real quick. Go back to Revelation 2:25. So I want y'all to, the Most High God gives you a time, right? But that end time that you're going to have, this is how you know you're going to be there. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which he have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
When you have power, man, that's when you're going to know that you have made it, because you have power. I'm about to, some of y'all that have seen this class before in the location I'm at, DC, the power is back. Y'all gonna find out what the power is in a second. All right, get me back. Go back to. Read that last part again, though. I want that to sink in. Read that again.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
We're going to have power over the nations. Right now, we're powerless. But guess what? The Most High God is going to give us power. And guess what? You start receiving the power right now if you want it. Well, we're gonna touch something. Go back to Deuteronomy 28. But before you obtain your power, you got to understand where you at and what you have to do to obtain that power. So we're going to give you the step-by-step instructions on how to escape the woe. The woe. Go ahead, read 28 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28.
You got to realize that we all have a mental condition. And that mental condition is called assimilation. It's called Stockholm syndrome. It's called all these different things shows that we put the pressure up here and we put ourselves down here. And we do it. We're the one that do it. Read.
The Lord shall smite thee thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
All right, and I want you to go to I want you to go to 15. Go to 15. Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right. I want y'all. This is why we're in a state right now, is because we're in a state of hopelessness because we did not obey God's laws. So if we didn't obey God's laws, I want to go. Let's before I even get on that 28:1. Give me 28:1 real quick, because if we're getting punished for not obeying God's law, were we going to get rewarded? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Wow. So now, you remember I made a statement about the children. And I'm telling you, this is going to go full circle, y'all. Should we be teaching this to our children? Let's go to let's get Deuteronomy 7:6, my favorite scripture. Shouldn't we be teaching these things to our children? Because guess what is not being taught to our children out in the world? This is what we're going over right now. They're taught that they're scum. That we just saw the video earlier. No, they feel like no one cares about them. They like what do you call it? Broken toys. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's what the Most High God actually chose you for. But guess what? We're not embracing it because we're not embracing the commandments. Because why am I saying that? Because let's go back to 28:1. We're not embracing our true heritage. We're not embracing the commandments of God. This is why we are stuck in a state of hopelessness. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
You see that? All we had to do was keep the commandments of the Most High God. He said, keep all of his commandments, and guess what? You're gonna taste rulership for and power and riches and sustenance and all these things. All these things were gonna come from the Most High, but we disregarded his hand. We pushed away his hand, and what did we do? We accepted being less than all the other nations by not taking on the commandments of God. That's us. We did that. I did that. You did that. We all did this. The children of Israel made this mistake, and now we're paying for it today with the conditions that we're in. All right. We just boiling the pot right now. The bubbles are popping. All right, let's get 28 and 30. 28 and 30.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Hold on. That's you being powerless. Like Deacon Asaph always mentions the 12 Years a Slave. That movie is crazy because that is a show of having no power. That is no power. What we are trying to do is show you how to obtain power through the words of God, right? So there's a lot of people that kick against the pricks and kick against what we're teaching, saying it's a hate group. Guess what? You don't even know what love is, so how you going to know what hate is? Actually, let's do that. Even their scholars, even the scholars of this world. Like, give me that Joy to Grow joint, those pages real quick. So, give me the cover page first. You got it? All right. So, I'm going to show you something. So, you got it? You can show the, yep. All right. So, post-traumatic slave syndrome. Okay. So, this is a sister I've mentioned multiple times. Leadership has mentioned multiple times. This is her book. I want you to go to, I forgot which one it is. Not the one with the red writing, but the other page with the yellow highlights. The first one. That's the second page. All right, there we go. Read that. Oh shoot. Yeah, I messed my reader up. Oh no, don't go in front of that. Yeah.
Taking control of our inner world. The anger that lies just below our awareness and at times bursts forth, seemingly out of our control, is real. There is much to be angry about. Many of us have accepted these feelings as simply the way we are. This anger contributes to a shortened lifespan. This is not just simply the way we are. To some degree, this anger is killing us. In some ways, it's like...
Oh, come on.
In some ways, it's like a pain we adapted to and accepted. Unfortunately, as we adapt and accept, we don't see the need to handle our anger and reduce our stress. When human beings have been exposed to stress early on in their lives, that stress can have profound effects on their ability to manage and control their emotions as they get older. Doctors have actually found a stress hormone, cortisol, a chemical in our bodies that clouds our ability to be rational. For many people, the effects of this stress hormone begin before they are even born. Recent studies have revealed that pregnant women can pass cortisol through the placenta to the infant, the impact of which can be devastating. After birth, the continual exposure to stress releases more cortisol into the bloodstream, preventing the neural connections necessary to access higher brain functioning. And this release of higher levels of cortisol could result in limited learning ability. Under stress, with our higher brain functions inhibited by cortisol, our lower brain functions take over and fight or flight. Survival behaviors become prominent. When these lower functions are in play, children as well as adults begin to live as though every stressful event is a threat, which in turn causes the release of more cortisol, further inhibiting access to the reasoning parts of their brain. You can probably recall instances where you have witnessed individuals faced with a simple directive who respond as they are under attack. Once stressed, the individual must return to a calm and balanced state in order to access their ability to reason. Some people can live in a constant state of crisis, becoming in a way addicted to the stress and finding ways to trigger the release of cortisol and live in a perpetual cycle of conflict.
Damn.
Huh?
So I want to show. Hey, I'm hoping y'all. So what is happening right here? So the stresses that we've seen haven't ever been repaired. And when I say we seen, our foreparents, right? So it passed on from generation to generation. It's never been prepared. That's why you have Leviticus 23. Get me that. You know what I want, right? Shaking of a leaf, my brother. So I think that's 16. 26, 16, 26. Hold on.
Yeah, 26.
Yep, 26 and 13.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 13. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen. And I have broken the bands of your yoke and made you go upright.
Shaking of a leaf. 17.
Verse 17.
Keep reading. 17.
Verse 17, and I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies, that they that hate you shall reign over you. And ye shall flee when none pursueth.
So hold on to stop. You remember she just talked about fight or flight. Yeah, I have to understand what all these things make. They have sciences for this stuff, but what we have is God's word that actually gives you the reason why this is happening is because we broke God's laws. Read.
And if you will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then will I punish you 7 times more for your sins. And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make...
Hey, hold on. Stop. Break the pride of your power. So we always thought this pride, like what the definition is. So he will break your mind. You have to understand that, because that's where we think we think we have power here, but that's a false sense of power. We're going to show you when you make up your own mind to do the whatever. I'm going to tell you that's aspects of sin. But go ahead.
And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass.
Hold on. I want y'all to think about it. This is called captivity. This is called yoke of iron. This is called shackles and chains. That's what this is going over right here. Read.
And your strength shall be spent in vain. For your land shall not yield her increase. Neither shall the trees of the land yield her fruits.
All right, read.
And if ye walk contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. Verse 36. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their hearts.
So a faintness. So if you watch that documentary in its entirety, the one that I showed y'all earlier, what happens is y'all going to see the brothers keep looking over their shoulder like this every probably about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then the host asks them like, do y'all have to always, is this how your life is? Because they're in Chicago, right? I watched, that's a different documentary. So I watched another documentary with these brothers. They were, they kept looking over their shoulder every maybe about 30, 60 seconds. So because it's called paranoid. They paranoid that they're going to get run up on, right? So, and get shot up and killed. So they keep looking over their shoulder every, literally, it's like a impulse. It's like they just have to keep looking over their shoulder. And is that how you should? Is that how we should be living? No. But guess what? Because we did not keep God's laws, now we're subject to the thoughts that's in our minds. In our minds, we keep thinking we're gonna get killed because we killed somebody else. And all those brothers had bodies on them. You feel what I'm saying? Where they actually killed people. So that's why they were paranoid. So, and this is, it becomes an endless cycle. All right, keep reading. Well, go to, actually don't read, I want to move. Let's do a little pivot real quick. Let's go to, go back to Proverbs, and I want you to start at 12, and we're going to read down to 14. All right, not a big pivot. We're going to do something real quick. All right, so I want y'all to remember, again, the purpose of this class is to show you how to escape the different death. You know, death, woe, death, row. I'm going to tell you one and the same. Does different words, but go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. But when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life.
All right, when desire cometh, it is a tree of life. Keep reading.
Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
So, destruction. Do we have the definition for woe, and we do have the definition for death row, or at least what goes into what is. I think I sent that. Did I? No. I want you to Google death row then. I thought I sent that. All right. So used to express grief, regret, and distress. All right. So a condition of deep suffering from misfortune, affliction, grief, blah, blah, blah. Reunious trouble, calamity, affliction. Ruinous, all right? So when you look at ruinous, right, what does it mean to ruin, to destroy? Let's look at that word. Let's look up the root of word ruin. Let's look that up. Let's look that up real quick. So we're going to look at what it means to ruin. I have a feeling the word destroy should be there. So, but Esau, wow. All right, so to damage, huh? Okay, sure. Let me see. To subject to frustration, failure, disaster. Disaster. Oh, boy. Should we keep digging down this road? I want to. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to B.
Ruin. B. The remains of something destroyed.
All right, stop right there. So, destroyed. And then we talked about, so you're destroying someone's life. They're ending. It's an end to that life. This is destroy, right? Now let's get the definition on death row. What is death row? All right. And sorry for my enunciation. I said death row. All right. So what is death row? So the team is looking it up right now. All right, so if y'all didn't, so when you do the research on death row, they'll make allegations that it wasn't started for us, right? I'm going to tell you that abortion is just like death row. Whoa. I just slipped that out somewhere. All right. No sound effects, though. All right, go ahead and read this.
Death row. A prison area housing inmates sentenced to death.
All right, so these people are sentenced to death. Men and women, all right, could get put on death row. All right, now I want you to look up when death row was started. So we're gonna look at when death row was started, quote unquote. I'm going to tell you it's been around forever. Hey, look, I just dropped the dime on you for you. I'm actually going to just jump ahead and just say why I said that. But let's show that first. When did death row start according to Esau? Let's get it. Wow, does it give a date? Yeah, just give me the show. Highlight the date so you can read it. Yeah, zoom in a little bit. All right. Come on.
The 1960s brought challenges to the fundamental legality of the death penalty. Before then, the 5th, 8th, and 14th Amendments were interpreted as permitting the death penalty. However, in the early 1960s, it was suggested that the death penalty was a cruel and unusual punishment, and therefore unconstitutional. Under the 8th Amendment, in 1958, the Supreme Court had decided in Trop versus Dulles that the 8th Amendment contained an evolving standard of decency that marked the progress of a maturing society. Although Trop was not a death penalty case, abolitionists applied the court's logic to executions and maintained that the United States had, in fact, progressed to a point that its standard of decency should no longer tolerate the death penalty.
All right. So, all right. I helped out. I got a date. All right. Okay, good. That kind of matches with what I just found. I was about to bust out my team. All right. So if you look, they put it like maybe what 18th century BC. First established the death penalty laws, blah, 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 blah. 11th century AD, you got something, 1608. Yeah, I see that. So it gives actual dates. All right. I'm going to tell you, death penalty has always been around forever, and many of us don't know this right now. If you're lawless, you are on death row right now. All right. So let's go Romans 9, and we're just going to jump to it. Romans 9, and is it Romans 9. I'm get it. I'm trying to turn to it. I think it's 16, 18. Come on. Yeah, help me out, Rita. That's All right, let's get it. You got it?
Yes, sir. Romans chapter 9, verse 22.
All right, you can start a little higher. Come on.
Verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay?
Who is the potter? This is get a little deep, but we're just going to say God for right now, okay? So God is the potter. All right, go ahead.
Of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor, and another unto dishonor.
Uh-oh.
What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering?
Hold on. So what is being said here? So there's some creation stuff going on here. And we touched this before. Hold that and let's go to Romans 8. Let me see where you at. Romans 8, and let's see if I'm going to get it. Read that again. Let me find it.
Romans 8, Romans 9, chapter 22, verse 20. Chapter 9, verse 22. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
All praise. Now get me Romans 8 and 30.
Romans chapter 8, verse 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified.
All right, so he glorified those that he predestined. All right, so and who is it? It's talking about. We talking about the Israelites, but go back to where we were in Romans 9, but I want you to go to Romans 9 and 1.
Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Christ. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost.
Keep reading.
That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart.
Why does he have that sorrow? Because what is being described in 9? Because what we see today, it's the same sorrow we should have today with our people that does not realize that they are God's people. It's the same kind of sorrow. There's a heritage that's promised to you. Keep reading. I'm going to touch it. Go ahead.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
So Paul wished that his brothers and sisters would just understand that he's here to show them that Christ is the way. All right, that's why he was distressed over that. Keep reading.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? Brothers, sisters, you are Israelites. All right, keep reading.
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
Do you realize this adoption is a royal adoption? Go ahead.
And the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises.
Keep reading.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
So Christ came for you. Christ came for me so that we can have, rhyme is coming, victory. So I want y'all to understand that Christ came so we can be victorious and be able to gain rulership again. But we disregard that. We disregard that when we what? Commit adultery. We disregard that when we use drugs, right? We do that when we get drunk. It's okay to drink, but not get drunk, okay? We do that when we separate ourselves away from our brethren and sistren. We don't understand that these little things are putting us in a place of destruction. But guess what that's doing? What you're doing right now, you're confirming your seat on death row. All right, I'm just putting it out there. All right, let's get back to Romans 9 and 21.
Romans chapter 9 verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering?
So he endured with us with much long suffering. He's doing that right now so we could be able to get on the right track. But are we doing it? Are we squandering our time? I'm going to tell you. So I was looking at one of the docs, and what was going on is that you could actually, the whole death row wait, you have up to the very last second, or I think within an hour. I think it was like to the hour. Something could happen. Like there could be you submit all types of stuff to kind of escape death row if that's what you want to do. There's some people that accept it. Like, look, I'm just going to die. It's better dead than alive. So, but what you will see is that people try to do all types of appeal before the capital punishment takes place. So now think about us right now. And guess what? There's people that's hoping and praying, their family members that they don't have to go through that death penalty, depending on how egregious that crime was. You feel what I'm saying? But with us that's on death row right now, we are on death row right now. We are on death row right now. Those of us that's not keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments and not fervently doing so, you're playing with your life. You're slated for death. I'm just letting you know. Keep reading.
Stop the cat.
And that he might make known the riches of his glory.
No, I want you to read 22 again because the key word that we read earlier was destroy. So there's an end to your life. So what we're going to read in this verse is destruction. All right, go ahead, read that.
Verse 22. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
You see that? Vessel of wrath that's fitted for destruction. All right, I want to show y'all something. I want to show you how this life we're living right now is so close. And I'm going to be jumping from one side to the other, okay? Because now I want to help our brothers and sisters out. Did I send you solitary confinement? Can you look up solitary confinement? Thank you. All right, so I'm going to show. So they're in prison. There's something called solitary confinement. And solitary confinement is when you're isolated from population. So you're isolated from the general population. All right. Oh, I did send it in the last. It was the last Telegram message. Yeah. Yeah. IT team setting me up again. All right. So the solitary confinement. All right. So I want you to read that, and I got the next script for you after you read that. All right, go ahead.
Solitary confinement, the state of being kept alone in a prison cell away from other prisoners.
Wow. Okay. All right. What were we called in the initial? We are what? Prisoners of war. So we're prisoners of war. So guess what? All of us are right now. We're not free yet. We're not emancipated by Jesus the Christ yet. He's supposed to do that when we go to Luke. Go to Luke on 1:68 real quick. That's when that happens. That's when we truly receive salvation. That's when we are, what you call it? What's that? What is those people be bugged out people be saying? That they man, it's y'all struck
free.
Damn. It come to me.
Save.
Nah, you go ahead.
Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord thy God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Stop. Now I remember the word. I'm not getting any help here, but sovereign. So when you're sovereign, like that's what we think, we're sovereign citizens in this land, right? But the thing is, when you think about Christ, right? When you think about Christ, he's going to bring the true sovereignty to our people. He's going to be the one that saves us. If you look up the word sovereign, it's about you being saved. All right? Go ahead.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies.
Yes, that's when we're going to get true sovereignty, people. All this other man-made going to your oppressor and all that stuff for freedoms and stuff like that ain't going to work. Look at that. They trying to redeem themselves. I didn't even ask for it because I had given up hope. I became hopeless. All right, go ahead and read that.
Sovereign. A one possessing or held to possess supreme political power or sovereignty.
Keep going. Do we have any synonyms? Okay. Go ahead.
Synonyms: autocrat, monarch, potentate, ruler.
I don't want to read these. Let's get this out of here. Let's get that out of here. All right. So with sovereignty, that means that now you have a sense of independence when we don't really have that. Now give me the definition for captive again. Give me that. But now, and I want you, as they pulled that up, give me Proverbs 18:1. All right. Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, read that definition.
Captive, taken and held as if a prisoner of war.
All right. So we're a prisoner of war, but I want you to go to the second one. The second one. No. I mean, the second, number 2, just that right there.
Held under control of another, but having the appearance of independence.
Sovereignty. Sovereignty, according to these law, to the government's laws, is all BS. You're not. There's no true sovereignty but through Christ. That's the only one that's going to save us, like we just read in Luke 1. Let's get Jude 1. That's what I want. Jude 1:19. All right, so Jude 1:19. We're going to read something right here. All right, go ahead.
Jude chapter 1, verse 19. These be they who separate themselves, sensual, having not the Spirit.
Stop. Go back to solitary confinement. So I want to show you something. So we are all prisoners of war here. Now, what we have to realize, the prison system is just a microcosm of what we actually live in. So when you separate yourself from the body, guess what you're doing? You're putting yourself on solitary confinement, y'all. Y'all isolating yourself. Go ahead and read that.
Solitary confinement, the state of being kept alone in a prison cell away from other prisoners.
What kind of benefit is that? Because all it does is negatively impact you. Let's go to isolation. Let's look at a definition for isolation. Because once you put yourself in isolation, there's some ill effects from that. You feel what I'm saying? Because what happens with a lot of the prisoners that go into isolation, they start to get affected mentally. It messes them up. Like 10 days isolation. Yeah, sitting in a dark cell for 10 days, not talking to anybody, that will mess you up. Y'all don't think it will, but it will. And guess what you're doing that? You're doing that in this truth as well if you do that. If you isolate yourself or separate yourself from your brothers and sisters, let's put it this way. That means your mind is not of God at that point. Your mind is going to darkness. No sound effects? That was heavy, bruh. Wasn't that heavy? That was heavy. Look. So when you go into isolation, I'm going to give my team another chance. When you go into isolation, you go into a dark room in solitary confinement. You're confined in a dark room by yourself. It causes mental stability issues. So in the truth, if you find yourself separating yourself from the brothers and sisters, guess what you're doing? You're bringing yourself into darkness of this world, because the darkness of this world is not light, is not in the light of God. That's how it works. All right, go ahead. Wow, they threw a pistol in there. All praises. Go ahead.
Isolation stresses detachment from others, often involuntarily.
So, but guess what? What we are doing, we're voluntarily doing this. This is crazy. This is the craziness of our people. You cannot be in this world by yourself. It just doesn't work that way.
Stop it.
All right. Let's get claustrophobia. I want that definition real quick. So what you're doing when you separate, y'all didn't know it was gonna go this route. Y'all didn't know. I know y'all didn't. All right, go to claustrophobia. All right, read that.
Claustrophobia, abnormal dread of being in closed or narrow spaces. A feeling of discomfort or discontent, but caused by being in a limiting or restrictive situation or environment.
All right, I'm going to tell y'all. We're going to create some visuals real quick. So when you think about claustrophobia, so you're in a tight space and you trip out, you start heavy breathing, panting, you get scared. So what I'm going to tell you is that this captivity creates a claustrophobic environment, because that's what we're in right now. We're in tight. So we can't move the way we want to move. So, for example, just like the shaking of the leaf that we brought out in Leviticus 26, right? Read that again just so it can sink in. So when we're driving from point A to point B going home, what that does is it keeps you in a box, because you want me to tell you why I keep it in a box. When you see red and blue lights flashing, you get scared. I hope y'all see what's being painted. Read that real quick.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 36. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send faintness into their hearts.
So a faintness in heart. That's despair. Go ahead.
In the lands of their enemies.
So in the lands of our enemies. So that's where we are right now, what we're describing. Go ahead.
And the sound of a shaken leaf fall shall chase them.
So we know that happens in slavery, but to update it to right now, guess what? We experienced that in what? In us just going to a grocery store, we're getting watched. When we go when we go back and forth between home, the police could pull us over. And if they're on a bad day, you're gonna have a bad day too. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what is going on right now. We are being confined in a tight space. I was watching. This was Chris Tucker. It was Chris Rock. Chris Rock. It was like one of his stand-up comedy years ago. He said when they were growing up, they could play in the street. They could play in the front yard, backyard, all that stuff. They had the whole neighborhood to play in, and then as time goes on, he's like, okay, then they had to like stay in the front yard. Like, okay, so the space got limited. And then after that, they were in the backyard. They couldn't leave the backyard. So they couldn't leave the backyard. And then he said, now they just hopping around on one foot. Because your space is getting restricted and more restricted. What y'all see right now, y'all see what's going on in the political scope, but this is not that class. A lot of us that have not been born here, guess what? You're getting deported and all these different things. What I'm going to encourage y'all to do is make sure you value every moment you have with leadership right now before you get put into a different country, because you're going to need that to build brothers up. That's all I got to say on that. So we have the curses of Deuteronomy 28. We have it touched in Leviticus 26. But and we talked about the book with Joy DeGrow. Can we go back to that book real quick and go back to the first page, the first couple pages. I know we were in the middle of the book before. Now go to the one with the pink or red writing, whatever it was. Yep, that's it. Read that. So I'm going to tell you that what happens. I'll give you time to get to it. Yeah. So can you see it? Yes, sir. Okay. All right. So what you're going to see, we also create a box and we restrict and create claustrophobia for our children as well. And you remember, it starts at a young age when we, as far as our children understanding the Bible and that is for them. We got to start that now. We can't let them just sit down and just scratch themselves or just lay around and sleep or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? What you got to do, you got to rouse them up because y'all know they need to be young lions. You feel what I'm saying? All right, go ahead. Read that first orange highlight.
The white mother responded with pride. Thank you. He is quite the man.
We didn't even have to read the beginning of it to already know what's being said. You feel what I'm saying? So so I put a little note, positive reinforcement. All right. So positive reinforcement. At a very young age, Esau is taught to build, taught to innovate, and not even just that stuff. It's more the fact that they're encouraged that they are somebody, right? We, on the other hand, we don't get that. We get the opposite. Let's read the next highlight.
Before she finished her statement, the black mother, who too was clearly proud of her little boy, said, "Oh, girl, he's such a mess at home. Sometimes I could just strangle him."
That is two different. That's a contrast. Hey, look, and all of us has experienced that. But guess what? Some of us even experience it worse. You're just like your father. That normally that's supposed to sound like a good thing. You can switch off of that. Look, I'm going to tell you, if an Edomite says you just like your father like this, he's going to stand up like this. Yeah, I've been waiting a whole life to hear that. In a black community, you're just like your father. You know, it's an insult. So, hey, look, I'm going to give you more. So, the reason why I can speak to it, because, hey, you're not going to amount to nothing. I don't know if any of y'all have heard that, but guess what? These are common sayings. You're not going to amount to nothing. That means that you're worthless. So, guess what? We do that with children. They're not going to amount to nothing. Because you're conditioning their mind for failure. You're conditioning their mind for being limited. What you have to do is bring your children up to the level of being above all people. So how do you do that? You do that through the scriptures. But we're not done with this yet. So we could even kill the spirit and quench the spirit of those in the truth that's adults too. So what you have to see is that all of us come from different walks of life, right? Some of us come from that environment where, actually almost all of us come from that environment where you get minimalized and all that stuff, right? So we have to fight to get to the point where we even think that we're something. Y'all have to understand what I'm saying. We have to fight to, like, we are. Look, if y'all can pull up "I am a man" sign. That's a pivotal depiction of where we are. And I'm going to tell you, I was reading the Marcus Garvey book. I was reading a couple other books, right? And the same thing that they brought up back then is the same thing that we are talking about today. It's crazy. Why was Black Lives Matter a movement? Why was it a movement in the first place? Because we've been marginalized as a people. All right, we got something? Let's show me the whole Google thing. All right. For a man to say that I am a man, that shows that you don't believe that you're a man. I'm being straight because your mind has already been conditioned to the fact that you are, the reason why you're holding that sign up in the first place is for other men of other nations to acknowledge you as a man. What kind of life is that? What kind of man is that? For you to hold up a sign that says, I am a man, I'm looking at you right now. You already look like a man. You should have had to say nothing. But the fact you had to put that sign up, that we had to put that sign up, that shows how defeated and destroyed of a people that we really are. And those men they feel they're proud to put that sign up. Like I'm not discounting the efforts that was put in by our civil rights leaders, not at all. But I'm going into the mental capacity of the men that's holding up the sign. Probably the strongest man in there is the one that's, well, he shouldn't even be there in the first place unless he just got caught. The brother in the sweater in the middle, he don't have the sign. But the thing is, I'm going to tell you, we have to really understand that the Most High God has made us Israelites from the beginning. And that right there, that should give you some type of aspiration to do better, but we don't do it. All right. Let's get that article. You know which one I want, the Mayo Clinic one? Yep. All right, so I'm going to show you something with this article real quick. We're going to kind of skim through it real quick because of positive thinking. So we got to remember that the brothers and sisters, once again, that's in the body, they come from all types of things. A lot of us come from being prostitutes, whoremongers, have mothers and fathers that is abusive, and all these different things, right? We have these. Scroll down. You remember I want to go to the health. Yeah. No, right there. Yes. All right. So we got to remember that a lot of us come from various backgrounds. Those various backgrounds that we have is very hopeless and it's disparaging. All right. So let's read this real quick.
The health benefits of positive thinking. Researchers continue to explore the effects of positive thinking and optimism on health. How the benefits that positive thinking may provide include.
All right, stop right there. You were right. Scroll up to the top a little bit. Scroll up. I want to read that first line. Positive thinking.
Understanding positive thinking and self-talk. Positive thinking doesn't mean that you ignore life's less pleasant situations.
Stop. Now this one because I want to kill all that Christianity stuff. I've been waiting for this for a long time. We gonna stop making fun of people and all that. No, that's not what that's about. What you want to see right here, it says positive thinking doesn't mean that you ignore life less pleasant situation. That means correction. All right, just so y'all don't. I don't want no Christianity stuff coming up. Oh, maybe. No, we don't need all that. But what this is saying is that positive. What you have to do, you have to understand what correction is, though. Correction is. You could get back to me for a second. Correction is you understanding your fault and fixing your fault. All right, so. And that means now you have a ability to figure out where you started and where you're going to end. That's what I just read. Go back to the article real quick. I wanted to show the hand gestures. All right, go ahead.
Positive thinking just means that you approach unpleasantness
in
a more positive and productive way.
Thank you. Hey, all praises. I was pressing the button, but it wasn't just the bomb wasn't falling out the plane, the bomber. That's all that was.
Hit the damn bomb, brothers.
Thank you, Bishop. All right, go ahead. Read that again.
Positive thinking just means that you approach unpleasantness in a more positive and productive way.
What is a productive way? Applying the correction that's been given to you. Boom. That is the positive self-thinking. Like, look, man, I didn't want to do this. Give me 2 Peter's. Is it 2 Peter's 3? Whether forward. Oh gosh. All right, I got you. All right. 2 Peter 2. Go ahead, get that. I got you. Let's get it. 2 Peter's. Hold on. No one's helping me. It's okay. It's all right. That's how it is. All praises. 1 Peter 2:18. All right. Forget you. Hey. All right. Let's get it. Hey, my IT team, reader, everyone, you are somebody. You are somebody special. That's you call positive reinforcement, people. Let's go.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. For as much as ye know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold.
Where are we? 1 Peter 2?
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward.
So there's going to be some of us that might speak more harsh, and there's going to be some of us that speak more less harsh. Let's put it that way. Go ahead.
For this is thankworthy if a man, for conscience toward God, endure grief, suffering wrongfully.
All right, so there's going to be times where you feel like, I can't believe it. I didn't do anything wrong. Why am I being punished? Oh, no, I'm going to tell you that the Most High God has an answer for you. Keep reading.
For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults?
Hold on. You've been corrected for your actual faults. Go ahead.
Ye shall take it patiently.
So there's things that you know you did, and like, damn, I got caught. Let me just take it. But go ahead.
But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently.
Hold on. So read that again, because I don't want it to just roll by. Go ahead.
But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently.
Read.
This is acceptable with God.
Wow. It says treat it the same way. Treat it the same way. So whether or not you did it or you didn't do it, you're going to still treat it the same way as something that is positive for your growth. If you can't see that the Most High God is in the midst of you being built up, that means there's something wrong with you. Go ahead.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
Did Christ do anything wrong? That's the question of the day. No! He didn't do not one thing wrong. No, not one. But guess what? He died for our sins. Guess what? He was falsely put on death row. But guess what? It was prophesied that he'd do that to save us from our sins. You feel what I'm saying? And he understood that. But we that is slated for death row, do you want your life to mean something? Do you? What do you want your life to mean? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Let's go back to Romans 9. Let's go back to Romans 9. Do you want to be slated for destruction where you're for glory or for dishonor? Read.
Romans chapter 9, verse 22. What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction,
You see that? So do you want to be you want to be for God's wrath or for his glory? It's up to you to decide what death row that you're going to be on. You feel what I'm saying? Either way, you're going to be destroyed. But I'm going to tell you, do you want it to be a woe, or do you want to just be on the row? Which one? Which one? Because if you're on if you're on death woe, that means that what? Do you want your be foreverly tormented? Which one do you want? Your physical end is still going to be the same regardless. You're going to still die. But how do you want to die? You want to die with honor or dishonor? So that's why even in the military they have what? Dishonorable discharge and honorable discharge. If you dishonorably discharge, you ain't getting, let me watch my language, you ain't getting much of nothing. Benefits. Am I speaking right or wrong? Y'all know we have former military here. So if you're honorably discharged, you're gonna seek the benefits of this, of whatever that they give you. But if you're dishonorably discharged, it's a disgrace. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, we're gonna keep going. So the positive affirmations that you give yourself that you're Israelite. And guess what? You got to do that with your children too. You got to build your children up. Build them up and say, you are somebody. And guess what that somebody is? You are an Israelite. Your forefathers is Christ. Your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Your forefathers were Isaac. You feel what I'm saying? And Isaac, Jeremiah, Hosea. You see, these are the men that came before you to build a road for you. That's the real civil rights movement. You feel what I'm saying? Because only this right here, the civil laws of brethren that gathered together to preach the gospel, we think that these men were just by themselves. They weren't by themselves. There's other brothers that was with them. These were just the leaders. We touched that before. All right, we're gonna keep going. We're not really almost done, but we almost done. All right, because we started a little late. All right, so let's get. All right, because I don't want to keep too long. So we made mistakes. We made errors. This is where we at. Now I'm going to show y'all something. Oh man, let's see what I want to give y'all. All right, let's try to jump into this because I want to try to finish this up quick. Let's go to go to 2 Samuel 22:33. 2 Samuel 22:33.
2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 33. God is my strength and power, and he maketh my way perfect.
So how does he do that? And who is talking right now? Who's talking right now? Reader? Who's talking?
David.
Yeah. I was doing a spiritual check on my reader. He said, David. Yes, brother, you good.
2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 1. And David spake unto the Lord the words of this song in the day that the Lord had delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies.
So I'm going to tell you that the Most High God, he controls all things, and he makes us believers based upon, y'all know what I mean by believers, because us as a people, we have to see things to believe things. That's just us. We have to experience things to know that it's real. That's how a lot of our spirit and our faith is like that. But we got to convert our minds to be like this. Go to Proverbs 3 and 5. Go to Proverbs 3 and 5. We got to change our minds to be in a spirit of where we even though we don't see we didn't see the men of God, our forefathers of old, our foremothers of old. We got to believe it. Read.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
We got to believe that what we're reading is real. We got to believe that this is real. If we don't, guess what? We're no different than who? Those of us that's in gangs and prostitution. We're no different. Go ahead.
And lean not unto thy own understanding.
Which means we never left. We never left that life. If you were a hoe in the world and you do not embrace the laws of God, guess what? You're still a hoe in the world. You're still a prostitute in the world. If you're a gang member in the world and you never corrected the things that you need to and repented for your transgressions, all of us, if we never did that, we're the same thing that we were in the world because we're not really changing. We're doing this. We're just operating the same way with just different clothing. That's all we're doing. There has to be a change in mind. Your mind got to be fully converted. Go ahead.
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
So in all thy ways you must acknowledge the Most High God. So that means that you're getting counsel from your leaders. You're getting counsel from the men that have been set above you. You're getting counsel from sisters that have been doing what they've been doing for years before you got here. You get what I'm saying? These are the things that you must do if you truly believe. If you're not doing those things, you don't believe. I've covered that stuff before in the class, and so has our senior leadership, but you have to show your belief through your actions and your change. You're converting. You feel what I'm saying? You got to convert your mind. All right. Get me Psalm 68. We're approaching the end, y'all, because I just looked at the time. So we're approaching the end, but I want y'all to realize that we can't keep playing games with the Most High God. The Most High God requires us to change in order to make the kingdom and get off and be able to have that glorious death. Now y'all see where this class is going. I know you're like, dang, he said escaping death, woe. Yeah, it's escaping death, woe, but understand that you are on the road. Go ahead. Oh, 68. I didn't tell you the verse. 68 and 35.
Psalms chapter 68, verse 35. O God, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The God of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people.
So the Most High God is the one that gives power and strength unto you. I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to try to squeeze this in. Let me see. Let's get Exodus. Let's get Exodus 17, 11.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 11. And it came to pass.
All right, so we all know that Moses, we all know the story about the dry land, us walking across dry land, waters parted, all that, right? Go ahead.
When Moses held up his hand.
So Moses held up his hand. Go ahead.
That Israel prevailed.
And Israel prevailed. So when he lifted, every time his hand was lifted up, Israel prevailed and was able to, overcome. Go ahead.
And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed.
You see that? So the oppressor, Amalek, will prevail. Go ahead.
But Moses' hands were heavy. And they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat thereon.
So think about this. They remembered all the stuff of the dry land. Y'all know Moses. The dry land and all that stuff, right? So when you think about the dry land, that whole thing, that was miraculous. That was never been seen before. They walked on dry land. Now the same people, these are the same people, right? That happened with. As you see, the Most High God is dealing with whom? Moses. All right, read that again.
But Moses' hands were heavy.
So his hands was heavy.
And they took a stone and put it under him.
Uh-huh.
And he sat thereon.
Uh-huh.
And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side.
Hey, Moses, take a seat, bruh. Take a seat. We got you. We got you covered, Moses. We got you covered. So on one side, on either side, his arms were being held up so that the children of Israel could obtain victory. I'm going to show you what this shows right here. It shows obedience, and it shows endurance. So these are like when you're tired, and guess what? Could Moses have done it himself? What? Who was it? Was people holding up his arms, or was he holding up his own arms?
Yeah. Help.
All right, read that.
And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek.
No, I want you to read back. Start over again. Read that.
Verse 12.
Because I want the imagery of Moses' arm being stayed up on both sides. They told him, take a seat, relax yourself, and be ready for the ride. We got you, Moses. That's what it was. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But Moses' hands were heavy. And they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands.
You see that? So can you walk this truth yourself? You need help. We all need help. We all need encouragement. Right. We all need support. Though we know that the walk itself is our own walk, but we have to do the things that we have to do to be able to achieve what the Most High God has set out for us, meaning whatever mission that you've been set up for. But at the same time, you cannot achieve what we're trying to do as a nation by yourself. You can't do it. No. That's why there's officer 10s, 20s, 50s, 70s, 80s, 90s, blah, blah, blah. Soldiers, brothers, MOV, all this stuff that's set up. Sisters of good standing, sister of good report, sisters that's helping in all these different capacities. All y'all and all of us are working together as being one body. That's what it means in 1 Corinthians 12. You feel what I'm saying? We all have to work together. We all have to work together to get this nation built up. And so we could be able to take over the world. All right, let's get Psalms 66. Go ahead. 66:1.
Psalms chapter 66, verse 1. Make a joyful noise unto God, all ye lands. Sing forth the honor of his name. Make his praise glorious. Say unto God, how terrible art thou in thy works. Through the greatness of thy power shall thy enemies submit themselves unto thee. All the earth shall worship thee, and shall sing unto thee. They shall sing to thy name, Selah. Come and see the works of God. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men.
Read.
He turned the sea into dry land. They went through the flood on foot. There did we rejoice in him.
Read.
He ruleth by his power.
Read it again.
He ruleth by his power.
Read.
Forever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves.
And they will not be able to exalt themselves against the Most High. The Most High will destroy these nations at their set and due time. Keep reading.
Selah. Oh, bless our God, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved.
That's power. You have to understand who's behind us. We are undefeated when we keep the Most High God in here. When we keep the words of God in our minds and we meditate it day and night, what it does, it empowers us, it gives us strength. But what we do, we squander that. We squander the opportunity. We squander the opportunity and show that we don't give a damn by us still meddling around with the sin that we meddle with. All right, go to Matthew 9 and start at verse 4. I'm going to show you something because when you think about the Most High God, those that are obedient to him, he gives enormous amount of power, and we're going to see what that is. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 9, verse 4. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said,
hold on. So I'm just going to show you right now. We're just going to say telepathy. That's what Messiah has. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about Jesus, the Christ. He had telepathy. He had the ability to read thoughts. Go ahead.
Wherefore, think ye evil in your hearts? For whether it's easier to say, thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, arise and walk.
Go ahead.
But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins.
What does he have the power to do?
Power on earth to forgive sins.
That is, hey, I don't know about y'all. That superpower is better than laser beams, fire shooting out the mouth, growing to a giant man. I don't care what the hell you had to say. This right here is the ultimate superpower right here. Nobody has this superpower but Christ and the Most High God. Go ahead, read. Read that again.
But that ye may know that the Son of Man have power on earth to forgive sins.
You see that? That is some great power right there. That's who we have on our side. Keep reading.
Then said he to the sick of the palsy.
And now Christ is about to stunt. Go ahead.
Arise, take up thy bed, and go unto thine house.
Boom. He gave the ability to walk. So he heals paralysis. And we already know what Christ's track record was. He healed the sick. And the sick meant like, okay, they had palsy. They had demons. He was casting out demons. All those things he was doing. That's the power that he has. And we were able to get a small bit of that power back in those times. All right. Now I'm going to tell you something. So he also had power to raise from the dead, right? All right. Keep reading.
And he arose.
Let me see. This is what I want. Yeah. Read that.
And he arose and departed to his house. When the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, which had given such power unto men.
Boom. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all that the Most High God is the owner of all power on the face of the earth, even the nuclear power, all this stuff. Hey, bombs could drop and it don't explode if the Most High God don't want it to explode. He could have a burn above its able because he is the Most High God. The Most High God is the God of power. Get me. We almost done. I promise. Get Acts 1 and 7. Hurry up. Actually, start at verse 3. So what we have to realize, we don't have no power here on earth in a sense of our oppressors being over us. But what we do have the power to do is go to the one that has all the power. Bomb. That was a bomb. Definitely a bomb. That was definitely a bomb. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
The book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 3. To whom also he showed himself alive after his passion by many infallible proofs, being seen of them 40 days, and speaking of the things pertaining to the kingdom of God.
All right, hey, hold up. So he was crucified and he's back. That's all. I just want to say right there. I'm just going to put that right there. All right, but go ahead.
And
hold on. He ascended and then descended. That's all I want to say. Go ahead.
And being assembled together with them, commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem, but wait for the promise of the Father, which said he, ye have heard of me. For John truly baptized with water, but ye shall be baptized with the Holy Ghost.
Read.
Not many days hence. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power.
Boom. All right, keep reading.
But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Ghost is come upon you. And ye shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea, and in Samaria, and into the uttermost part of the earth.
All right. Stop right there for a second. Hey, so the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom will be able to obtain power, right? I'm gonna show you something. Go to 2 Corinthians 6. We almost there, y'all. I promise. 6 and 3. 2 Corinthians 6 and 3. All right. So just remember that the Most High God, He rewards those that is obedient to Him. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
So we have to make sure that we're studying and we're obedient unto the laws of God. If we are studying, that means that's what? That means we should be applying. And so now we're not bringing shame to the ministry that Christ left for us to follow. Read.
But in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of God.
Okay, read.
In much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings.
Hey, so I'm going to show you something, y'all. Through all those different things, are us being able to endure through those different things. That right there is power in its own right, bruh. That's, sisters, brothers and sisters, I'm going to let you know that is power. I'm going to tell you discipline is power. Order is power. All right, read.
By pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Ghost, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of God.
By the power of God. What are all those? Laws. We get our power from the laws of God and the faith of Christ. That's where we get our power from. That's the source of all our power. If you do not have that belief, if you do not apply the laws, if you do not do those things that shows endurance through those different afflictions that you may encounter, guess what? That should show that you don't have any power. In order for us to obtain and achieve power, we must tap into the laws of God. That must govern our steps, our walk. That means you're talking often one to another. You're doing the things that's needed. You're eating lawfully. Because we actually think that the Most High God won't punish us for the small things. And I'm going to hold on this. I didn't want to do a part 2. I didn't. But we are going to do a part 2, but not before give me Ephesians 3 and 19. Hold on, 3 and 19. Let's get Ephesians. Well, and I won't call it a part 2. Y'all know how I do. I'm going to call it something else because it kind of go into a whole different realm. Let's go to 3 and, is it 3:19? Oh, no. It's 3 and 13. Let's read that real quick.
Ephesians chapter 3, verse 13. Wherefore, I desire that ye faint not
So don't faint. Go ahead.
Faint not at my tribulations for you, which is your glory.
You see that? Your endurance. All right, go ahead.
For this cause, I bow my knees unto the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Because we already know that Christ is an advocate for us. Read.
Of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named.
You see that? So you have been named as a child of God, the children of Israel, okay? Read.
That he would grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man.
Oh, so I want you, let Christ be in you. All right, keep reading.
That Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye being rooted and grounded in love.
So what did we discover that love is when we first came to truth? Because we knew we didn't know love before we came into the understanding. Now we know what love is. What is love? The laws of God. And that's what's in your mind. That's what it's saying right here. That's Christ being in your mind. The laws. Read.
May be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and length and depth and height, and to know the love of Christ.
The love of Christ. That's what, now we know the love of Christ is the love of the Father, because guess what? Christ obeyed the Father, like we read in John 14:15. That's why he encouraged us to do, if we love, hold that and read that real quick. John 14:15, real quick. Hold that. That's why Christ encouraged us to keep the laws of God. Got me?
John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
Keep reading.
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter.
Now you know what the comfort is. Read.
That he may abide with you forever.
You see that? Now the power is with you forever.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Go back. Go back to where we were, Ephesians. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, praises.
Verse 18, Ephesians chapter 3, verse 18. May be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and the length and depth and height, and
read.
to know the love of Christ.
Go ahead.
Which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of God.
Your mind is now full of God's words. Read.
Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us.
That according to the power that worketh in who?
That worketh in us.
That's how the power of God works on our minds. Read.
Unto him be glory in the church by Christ Jesus throughout all ages, world without end.
Israel will never end. The power of God will never end. But those of you that is not doing anything, that is just watching this by observation, the kingdom of heaven is not going to come by observation, right? So you sitting on the sideline, you isolating yourself, you not doing what you need to do to get your ass off the couch and walk your ass to the school on the Sabbath. You are not in God's power. I was going to say something else. You are not in the power of God is not in you. You feel what I'm saying? So if you are not doing those things, y'all got to remember that Christ, this is my last script. Get me John 3. John 3 and I'm not going to say 3 and 16. Give me John 3 and 29. All right. I know a lot of y'all like, John 3:16. Oh, I've been waiting to hear it. I don't know anything else he just said. That's all I want to hear. Go ahead, read.
John chapter 3, verse 29. He that hath the bride is the bridegroom.
Read.
But the friend of the bridegroom which standeth and heareth him rejoiceth greatly because of the bridegroom's voice.
Read.
This my joy, therefore, is fulfilled.
All right, read.
He must increase, but I must decrease.
This is what John the Baptist said in respect to Christ, all right? And him coming and him taking over and him passing the torch. Go ahead.
He that cometh from above is above all.
So, okay, he that cometh from above is above all, all right? Read.
He that is of the earth is earthly, and speaketh of the earth. He that cometh from heaven is above all.
All right, so that power right there is above all. Go ahead.
And what he have seen and heard, that he testifieth, and no man receiveth his testimony. He that have received his testimony have set to his seal that God is true.
All right, keep reading.
For he whom God have sent speaketh the words of God. For God giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him.
That's some heavy stuff right there. Go ahead, keep reading.
The Father loveth the Son, and have given all things into his hand.
Okay, read.
He that believeth on the Son have everlasting life.
So guess what? Though your physical body is on death row, guess what? You have everlasting life if you die an honorable death unto the Most High God. Read.
And he that believeth not the Son shall not see life.
Whoa. Read that again.
And he that believeth not the Son shall not see life.
You see that? You shall not have everlasting life. If you are to dishonor, that means you're rejecting all the words that's being given right here, all the words that leadership been putting out, all the edification that's been going across the face of the earth. If you kick against that, if you rebel against that, guess what? You do not have everlasting life. Read.
But the wrath of God abideth on him.
Woe to those that are rebellious. All right. Shalom, family. Most High Christ bless. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, let's get the QR code. Bam. Hey, make sure you're supporting and donating to the Booster Club. Thank you for being patient as the class gets started. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the class. Hope you took good notes. Guess what? Till next time, Lord's will, I'll be back. Shalom. Most High Christ bless.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is